The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage and let's get this fucking show started.
Forum, assemble! You are watching Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books and your live weekly conversation about entertainment and geek culture. We are the Fantastic Forum, coming to you live and direct from the Hall of F. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, you should stick with us. We'll help you take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First, he's our riddle inside of an enigma, trapped in Chinese finger cuffs. And in the room with me tonight, you love him. Wait. Oh, look, I messed it up. I should have just stuck with what I usually say. But, you love him anyway. It's Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Next, he is our intrepid senior reporter. He's next in line for the cowl. He's our resident Dark Knight detective. He is Oz.
I was a little worried when Jay showed up with no pants, but I see you guys figured that out.
Oh, wait, what? What? How dare you, sir? How dare you? Next, he's the backbone, the pillar, the strength of Fantastic Forum, our nigh invulnerable brawler and resident strongman, Moses Magnum.
Yeah, we're here.
Indeed. As for myself, my name's Lawrence Young. They call me Mary Young. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. You forgot which one was us? No matter.
I haven't been doing it, so I was trying to take over. But there's so little room.
Yeah, you're right. Like I definitely work with a lot less real estate than you're used to, I'm sure. So I apologize for that.
Are we still talking about the lack of pants?
No, there's no. Jay has pants on.
Well, it's a lot more real estate than you, Lauren. Is that what we're learning?
Technically, Larry's not wearing pants.
Anyway,
he's just being covered by the Mayor Young and Jay little name tag.
That's what it is. It's like the Chiron is saving you all from the show. No, we got a great show for you tonight. Speaking of which, we are going to be talking to you all about the Amazon Prime superhero movie starring Sylvester Stallone called Samaritan. And we're also going to be talking to you all about 8 Billion Genies, the comic published by Image Comics. There's a chainsaw for some reason. I don't know. Can you all hear that? Or
Yes.
Oh, okay. Listen. I don't know who chainsaws on a Wednesday
Obviously
evening.
a serial killer.
All of Larry's fears are coming true.
I'm sitting here like,
when you're sporting the kind of wood Jay is, you need the heavy equipment.
I know that things are a little different today because Jay's here with me, and we're not that's usually necessarily in the same room, but this is the same room I always do the show from. That window's always open, and this is the first time I've ever had an issue where I'm like, wait, what is going on? It's like, what is that? So I'm going to close that window.
It's Mia because she's mad I kicked her out of the room.
That's what it is. Moses is a bastard and kicked me out the room earlier. He was like, get her out of here. I was like, whoa, hey, don't talk like that.
Well, we can let the intern do her thing while you're closing the window.
That's a great idea. If you want to get down with Fantastic Forum, we got a few ways to do it. Here's how.
Want to get in on the action? Call Fantastic Forum on Skype and join the fun. Too shy to call in? That's okay. You can join the Discord chat room available at
FantasticForum.live.
Join the party. You know you want to.
Yeah.
I don't know who that person is. I see them. I'm like, do they live here? I don't know. I hope so.
Were they wearing a hockey mask?
No, it wasn't. It like they didn't look like a movie serial killer, look like a real life serial killer. So in real life, the serial killers, they don't wear masks. They just look like a nice guy in the neighborhood. Apparently,
I just had a weird experience like that when I went on vacation. On the way back, we stopped by Donner Lake, and there was a dude in the parking lot at the little boat launch for the lake, and we just stopped by there to let the dogs piss and shit. And this guy was walking towards us, and he had like a blue windbreaker and like ratty camo cargo shorts that were just a little too short. And
that's the serial killer uniform.
And combat boots. Like
100%. Like it didn't even matter what shoe wear. Like it could have been sandals, and still that's a serial killer. It could have been Crocs. He starts walking towards us, and I got both dogs on me, and I just look, eye contact, and then he turns around and leaves. Oh, but man.
Yeah, so then Emily was like, "Oh, that was so weird." I'm like, he wasn't that weird, Then I go take the dog shit to the garbage, and I see him back in that area. And then when I saw him, then I'm like, "Oh my God, babe, he was real creepy." He was holding a Bible too.
Yeah, you almost became a statistic.
Yeah,
traditional or James version.
It had the red satin ribbon in the middle and the gold on the side. I don't know what that means. But the gold on the
like speaking of the Bible and religion, I had a weird encounter this morning when I went to the ATM before work, and I was leaving. There's a guy, and I forgot what he was wearing. Like, it was completely inappropriate for the time and place, like a tracksuit or something. And he's like talking to me, but I have my headphones on, but he keeps looking at me. So I take them off, and he's like, "Yeah, I gotta start worshiping the black gods. Like, get away from the white god. Like, Jesus is cool, but Buddha, like, he's into having sex, and like Jesus is all super stiff." And like, I'm like,
"Hey, I didn't realize Buddha was a black god."
I was about to say, is Buddha black?
No.
Oh,
no.
I was like, if Buddha's black, I've been missing out. I was like, I need to look deeper into this. Wait, Buddha's a black dude?
Well, I mean, if you look at the fat Buddha statue, he looks like he could have had an album on No Limit back in the 90s.
But Buddha looked like Bizarre from D12. Like, look, people that know who Bizarre is are like, yeah, you're right. No, like,
right.
But definitely the 12 of us. No.
Did we read the chat already?
No.
Because it's what I'm seeing correct is All Games Network on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He was commenting on us being late.
Some things never change.
Indeed. What? Welcome, and yeah, definitely. I guess I should have mentioned, of course. There it is. What's going on, Scott Rubin? I'm assuming that's Scott Rubin. Sometimes it's Tiger Claw, right? No, back in the day.
Not anymore.
Yeah. But that's bizarre. That's hilarious.
Yeah. But he's not a black dude, is he?
He is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's one of Eminem's people from back in the day. Or actually,
do they still talk?
I don't know if I feel like Proof was the dude that was like really, really Eminem's boy, and then everybody kind of knew him through Proof, and then Proof died,
right?
And so I don't know, yeah. But anyway,
Obi Trice went away.
Yeah, Obi Trice was good too. I liked Obi Trice.
He is alright.
No, he was at least good. He's not great, but he's good.
Okay. You see how that's the shit I was talking about you earlier, Larry J. That's Jay. Like, he literally just brought him up just to say he's all right.
we were having a conversation earlier about you and Alex Ross. and your perpetual hate for the friggin' colossal talent that is Alex Ross. Like, you know, he makes one or two decent pictures. That Alex Ross guy.
We're not gonna give you our kidney because of that.
Right. So, but yeah, if you want to talk to Fantastic Four and jump into chat, and I told you what we're talking about today. You know, whatever else you all want to talk about, we can do that too.
How about tomorrow?
Did you thank Scott Rubin?
I did not. Thanks, Scott Rubin. You're actually here.
The one day.
Well, not the one day, because Scott actually told me. He said I was watching, and you know, he wasn't in chat or anything, and he said thanks to me. You said thank me, and I was like, does he know I'm here? And I'm like, no, Scott. I'm like, I thank you every show except for this one because it's been a day. I apologize, Scott. I really do.
By Jay's enormous wood.
Like Scott, look, Scott. I'm fairly certain Scott said what he said because you know I was supposed to be streaming with him earlier in the day, and I started making lunch and was in the middle of making lunch when we were supposed to start, and so I got there late. But by the time I got there, Scott was gone, and I was like, oh. But then he got back. Right, and then he got back on, but by that time I was off. Like trying to save the world today. Like I don't know, man. It's been a day. I'm just happy to be here because I'm like, geez, like I was doing a lot today or whatever, but it was all good. It was all good stuff. I mean, you know, it was like, you know, we helped some people today, so that was awesome.
Nice.
And so, boo, you know. Anyway, speaking of Samaritans. Maybe we should transition into this movie review. You all feel good about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
no one needs more about gel coat.
When the fourth round,
Don't you call it?
does it look good already? Jumbo Scampi for limited.
Is that new? Because that feel. Wait a minute. What the hell happened there?
Exactly, right?
He's in the, oh, look, there I am.
We switched to serial killer cam.
What happened?
Is that a new intro or an old intro? Why was it so long?
No, that's the same intro.
But it's the TV intro.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're saying this wasn't a TV quality movie, I'm gonna have
a movie though. It's a movie, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I jumped the gun and hit the wrong one.
Either way, it's fitting. Like everything that's happening today with the chainsaw, all this, it's fitting just for this Samaritan review because this movie is it's a weird movie that I don't think should have been made this day and age. Like this should have been like a 1996 movie.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, it's a little uninspired and unoriginal and predictable, but I've seen movies like this made today still.
Yeah, but they're not. But they shouldn't be. Like that's the thing. Like we get, you know, I guess as society advances, it gets more sophisticated. I guess the worse it gets.
I'm pretty sure he's talking about Morbius. What? Morbius?
No.
What? No.
No, I'm talking. We just reviewed a movie, not just reviewed, but we actually did a movie where the guy is like a hero and the other dude has to convince him. And it was like this, but with an adult instead of a kid. It was a black dude. And he's like, yeah, you got to become a hero again and save us.
Did I watch this movie?
I've never.
I don't know if you did, Oz, but Mo and Lawrence did.
What was it called?
I can't remember.
What's it like? Like what? Or what's it?
It was like the Samaritan.
A black.
Like it was the Samaritan, except instead of a little white boy, you had a black man
talking to another black man.
No, the hero was a white dude.
Oh, I should have known. No, but
And I think you did watch it, Oz. I'm pretty sure you did.
Wow.
I can't remember the name
You
of
have
it.
any idea how long ago it was?
Nah, I suck with time.
Where?
But your battery's running low.
Oh, damn it! I didn't plug that in. That's my bad.
But it was weird. I was thinking about that movie and I couldn't remember the title because it's one of those generic in the moment movies. Like you remember it for a month or two and then it's completely out of your head.
I mean,
even though I liked it at the time, but yeah, I don't remember.
Huh.
There was Hancock, except the hero was black and the white guy was trying to convince him to be a hero again.
No, not Hancock.
I just want to say cock.
And hand on your cock.
And it's something like he might have been from a different dimension, the hero.
There was the movie with what's his name, Manganiello. Yeah, that guy.
I think so.
But he's white, and was it a little black kid in that movie?
It was a man.
What was that name? What was that movie?
There's a plug right next to you there.
You said that, but
You see it?
I think I did.
Thank you. Sorry. Oh no!
Arch enemy. Yeah,
Right.
It wasn't a man though. It was a teenage black kid.
Man enough.
I mean, yeah, he would be tried as an adult.
He was definitely played by like a 28-year-old.
I'm sure so was the kid in this movie. That's just
Right, but arch enemy, generic title like Samaritan. Fine enough, I guess. A movie, but we're definitely not going to be talking about this in a couple months.
I might be.
Oh, what the fuck, Larry?
I actually enjoyed this movie.
What the fuck, Larry? What the fuck, Larry?
Sorry. Go ahead.
I actually enjoyed the movie, but probably because I didn't pay to see it in the theater. I mean, it's an Amazon Prime movie, and yeah, it's predictable, but you know, it was still entertaining.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of in between where Oz and Jay are. I'm in the Oz and Larry and Oz and Jay sandwich.
I didn't say it wasn't like I enjoyed watching it for the most part, kind of like there are definitely better movies out there, but I think for this level of quality, I would have preferred something more like Valentine, like something just off the wall bad, so I could have really have fun with it.
No, wait, what's Valentine? Oh, that's the whatchamacallit Resident Evil thing?
No, that's the movie where the guy wanted to make a movie, so he got this one girl to be a superhero. He was filming it, and he was going to turn that into a movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. Did we do this?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
I don't remember doing that at all. Do you all remember that?
I don't.
They didn't watch it.
So who watched it? Me and
you.
What? Well, listen, you picked the wrong one, Jay. You know I wasn't going to remember. So you're like, what? Dang.
I think he's making this right now. Like he's like, yeah, we did this movie, we did that movie, then we liberated that third world country.
Right. It's like that makes sense. It makes sense.
But I know that one was towards the beginning of lockdown. We did that towards the beginning of lockdown, so we could find that review.
I guess my biggest disappointment with this movie is that Stallone is in it, and it's like I think he to me he played the ultimate hero already with Rocky. Like you don't need to. He had the best speeches, like superhero speeches, and they tried to do that here. It just didn't come off right, because of the twist. But that was super predictable, So and it's just not. It's not a thing that like I would have wanted him to. I want to see him in. You know.
Now, but he produced the movie, right?
Yeah. But I mean, that's how you get him in it. Like, you know.
Well, but it's like his production company. I feel like, or am I wrong in that? Like,
He's having a whole issue with
Divorce.
so with MGM and Irwin Winkler Productions, like they keep using the Rocky characters without giving him any money. So and he's locked
he's
in.
using the Rocky characters. How so?
Like they're making the Drago movie, you know?
Oh, so
shit like that. So
but I'm saying he made like he co-produced. No, like he's doing all the Creed movies, right?
The first one. After that, like they took it all from him, and they're not giving him a cent. That's beyond.
Really?
Yeah,
that's messed up.
Yeah. So up until that, like because he's not in Creed 2, and he's not gonna be in Drago, and they're gonna
wait. Why do you? What questions do you have that you can't ask?
Well, if I could ask them, I would.
Oh,
I can't ask.
I'm sorry,
but
why can't you ask?
No, don't get Joe in trouble. He can't ask. Look, you like the universe, right?
No.
Don't have Joe ask these questions or
the whole conversation why I don't like the universe. So ask away, Jay.
What Drago? Like the Rocky IV Drago? Like
they're doing a movie about his son.
The son, and then like Dolph Lundgren is in it, like training him. You know,
it's like Creed, but you know,
so it's like Creed, but Russian.
It just said
right, and you know,
so like anti-hero boxing.
I guess, but
well, that would be like that one show Oz likes.
What show does Oz like?
I like a lot.
The one with the anti-karate kid.
Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Look, everybody likes Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai's amazing. How dare you?
I've never seen it.
I
don't
watch all about Eagle Fang now.
No, but Cobra Kai's on Netflix.
I don't have Netflix.
Okay. I'm just saying that.
And even if I did, I would be watching Inside Job, not Cobra Kai.
Well, listen, it turns out there's a finite episode of Inside Job. You can watch all the episodes of Inside Job, and when they finish, you can watch Cobra Kai too, and you would love it too. Like, listen, Cobra Kai was a whole different spin on Karate Kid. Like, it makes you go back and watch those movies. Like, you know what? Daniel's a son of a bitch.
I reviewed that years ago.
And to you dudes listening at home, this is how awesome Samaritan is. Like we're talking about. Tell Jay on Cobra Kai.
Indeed, this is true.
Samaritan is a perfect movie for a 76-year-old man who's been doing action movies his whole life. Because minimal CGI, he doesn't have to move much. I mean, he's as a super powered being, he's really just kind of walking around, swings a fist every now and then, and you know, there you go. It looks good because hey, he's got super strength, so of course it's gonna work. Tire Claw and Cat is asking us if we buy Sly Stallone as a superhero, though we kind of saw him as one in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but it was more of a cameo. I would argue he's been a superhero in like 90% of his movies.
Yeah,
I mean,
like Demolition Man. Come on,
dude! I love Demolition Man.
The Rocky movies, like my whole thing about the Rocky was like when Adrian
superhero in Rocky.
100%.
Look, he's not a superhero here. Like, the thing is, it's the vibe. Like, this movie's not based on anything, so you got to get the vibe. Rocky had the vibe. When Adrian first sees him throw a punch and sees what he can do, she doesn't know that's like Lois Lane finding out Clark is Superman. You know what I mean?
I think we have a different level of respect for Rocky.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rocky's a bad movie?
I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't think he's a superhero in it.
Yeah,
I think he's a boxer.
Yeah,
there's one point where,
but that's a Jayism. That's the dude that's why you're not getting a kidney, Jay.
There's one point where the doctor tells Rocky, "Hey, you know what? One more round in the ring, you're gonna be brain dead for life." 3 movies later, he's still kicking.
Yeah, barely. But you and then Adrian tells him like, what do you need to prove? And he's like, I gotta prove it to time. I gotta prove it to time. Like that's fucking that's some inspirational fucking Superman shit.
What I will say. Oh, go ahead. You go ahead, Jay.
Look, there's an episode of Twilight Zone, and it takes place in the future, and people have stopped boxing because they watch robots do it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one guy, this boxer, and he's like down on his luck. He's like, let me fight the robot. Like, I'm going to bring it back. Like, I'm going to be on. He's more of a superhero than Rocky. And even then.
You don't think Rocky can beat a robot?
Look, if it wasn't for those cocksuckers.
Superhero. Like,
if it wasn't for
those. Hero, he's not a superhero.
If it wasn't for those cocksuckers at MGM and Irwin Winkler Productions, that would be Rocky 7.
Listen,
I will say, speaking of MGM, I never knew what those words meant until this movie.
It says right on the title card.
Are you talking Metro Goldwyn the mayor?
No, the Majid artist, like that part.
What? Are you okay? Oh no, Fred. What happened?
Get a stroke.
I don't speak Latin.
Okay, but you gotta be better than midget, bigger.
Artist. There's Latin in the ribbon.
Yeah,
and they translate it for Samaritan.
It says midget, mega.
His new hit single. Check it out. It drops this Friday.
Because it was like Magna Arte Ars, right? Like,
yeah.
But what like would they translate?
Midget. What does it? Listen, I didn't even know. Look,
come on, man. Really? So I'm typing up MGM. I'm trying to pull it up.
Male genital mutilation.
This search may be relevant to recent activity. It's MGM rapper. Like, how many rappers are you looking? Why are you?
What are you talking about? Wait, why are you looking at me?
It's your search computer.
You're saying that I'm looking up MGM rapper?
He's got like 50 tabs and no porn.
What's wrong with looking at rappers? I like rap. What's wrong with rap?
I'm saying it's to the point where your search engine assumes you're looking for a rapper.
It thinks you're looking for friggin' MGK. Because it knows you. Not because it knows me.
I don't mess with MGK.
Sure you don't.
Okay. Well, all right. Irregardless, MGM does not stand like that phrase isn't even MGM.
Yeah, it's MAA.
No, it's AGA.
AGA. That's what
Ars Gratia Artist, I guess. I just looked it up. And it's Latin for art for art's sake. It has nothing to do with MGM. MGM is the name of the people that made the studio.
Right, but I'm saying they had to translate it art for art's sake at the beginning of Samaritan. So I learned something.
Look, again, we might as well just rate this fucking movie because we're not talking about it. We're talking about everything else except
right.
And we're not even getting to the what I did like about the movie or what they tried to do and couldn't get right. But
what did you like? We want to know.
I'm trying to get to it, but we're over here translating Latin. Part of it was like the philosophy of this dude. He's letting this kid think he's a hero, and he tries to tell him what a hero would say, and he kind of does that little bit of character conflict in that dude's mind is something that is a little interesting. It could have been executed better. This movie could have been a lot better. It just wasn't executed properly. And everything down to like the mythology of the hero. Like there's a whole thing with world building in comics. I always, when we used to watch No Ordinary Family or the new heroes, and it's like I always say, what the fuck for? We have real hero adaptations now. Like we're getting good shit, good superhero shit. We don't need these fake superheroes, these original ideas. You want people to read this shit, make a good independent comic, and then it'll be adapted into a movie. Don't just shoot for the fucking movie. You're gonna be shitty, and that's what we've been getting with these types of movies. We're not getting the vertigo of superhero movies with these independent movies with non trademarked superheroes. You know what I mean? So they're not doing anything. They're trying to do something a little different, but they don't spend enough time to where superheroes come from, the comics, the world building in this. And, something like, we'll get to 8 billion genies, but they can do that in a panel, in 8 billion genies. And this movie couldn't do it in 10 minutes, And it's like, if they would have spent time on those things, like they try to do it, but it's like the mythology of the hero is no good. Like, how is it like a real grounded ass world, but he can infuse his hate into a hammer? Like, what is, there's an origin or something that needs to be explained for these two twin hero villain people that gives it that little bit of mysticism. There's nothing in it that gives it a mysticism. And why can that other guy wield it? Like, if it's so magical, why can that guy wield it? So it's, the movie tries, it just doesn't do what it doesn't do what it needs to do to be something good in the superhero realm.
Yeah, and I enjoyed the movie, but I had two issues with it. One was obviously the same thing that Mo just said is the hammer. Like, I can understand that there was a mythos developed around these two guys and this weapon, but at some point, dude has to say, nah, man, I put a battery in it and it actually does, or something. Let us know. Like, dude, I didn't put anything in it. I built it. I built things. I built it. It's a piece of machinery. And the other is, so you have a world where there is an honest to God superhero and supervillain, like actually superpower beings fighting, and they die. You have their helmet and this supposedly mythological weapon that one of them wielded, and you just leave them in a rundown like police evidence locker. Like that shit, like something like that would be on display somewhere, or at least being studied in a lab.
Yeah, probably studied.
One or the other, but you don't like just leave that in a locker somewhere in a rundown police department. So there's little things like that bug me.
I know part of the movie like tries to tell you that like society's actually falling apart because of late capitalism. It's kind of social commentary that they try to do. Like, we're living through the post apocalypse, and that's kind of like nobody has the real resources to do anything they really want to do. But it just comes off real weird in this movie where it's like, okay, you go into this evidence locker and he just pushes off that big ass fucking 3x3 foot cube of money to get that fucking the hammer, and then just leaves the money there. Like, you really just like they're selling copper wiring still for money. Like, so it's like, why not take that brick too? So
let's rate it.
Okay.
And be done with Samaritan.
One last thing with Samaritan.
Okay.
You got a world with these two villains going at it, and the Samaritan, for all intents and purposes, tells the kid, it's like, why are you looking at these people with superpowers to solve your fucking society's problems? Like, don't look to that. Look, you got to do it yourself. That message in the movie, like, if it would have been a better movie, it would have changed the genre of superheroic shit, and you'd see it in the next Avengers. Like, you see it as a theme in the next Avengers, and because the movie wasn't good, it just falls flat. And it's Stallone saying it, and it hit, like, for me, it hit, like, I'm like, oh man, like, this is like bling, 1 point up in the rating because of that. So with that, I will rate this movie a 3. It's there's some things like cinematographical design, costume design look good. Like, I think the character designs were done by Kelly Jones, which I believe is the Kelly Jones I love on Twitter so much, doing all this cool Sandman art and stuff. But I'm not sure. So
I hope not.
I was hoping. Nah, come on, the villain looked tight even without the mask. Like, just the look he had was tight.
Okay.
You have his haircut. Like, I don't get why. Like, you.
I mean, listen, but who wore it better though?
He did.
From the Lost Boys and him.
No,
He looked like the guy from Lost Boys.
That's what he looked like, but he looked good, and the actor plays him well. You know, all his lines are corny, but that's part of them not doing justice to the superhero genre. They're not trying to elevate it. They're just trying to do something that can get the views for people that are missing a Marvel movie or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Jay, what would you rate Samaritan?
A 3. Like, it's there.
Okay, it is in fact there, 100%. Oz, what would you rate Samaritan?
2 ratings. If you have Amazon Prime and you don't have to spend any extra money, 4.5. If you don't,
4.5.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Give it 5 because it has its issues. It's
Okay.
definitely a direct to video or direct to streaming or whatever the kids are calling it these days.
Okay,
It's a direct to movie for sure. I wouldn't pay money to see it at a theater, but
Okay.
I enjoyed it. And you know, if you're not
Right.
paying extra, then yeah, definitely check it
Got
out.
it.
If you
And
don't
you have
have
Amazon Prime, 4.5. What if you don't have Amazon Prime?
4, you should still go to somebody's house and force them to watch it so you can check it out. Like, if you need to prime and chill, like, there you go.
Oh wow, it's
It's
wild.
Prime and
Oh, go
Poke.
ahead, boss. Prime and what?
And Poke.
Prime and Poke. That's hilarious. Okay, like as for myself, I would give it like a 2.75.
Oh,
It
you
kinda
didn't
lost-
even watch it.
Huh?
Oh, you didn't even watch it. I can tell
Wait, why you say that?
because your eyes don't work.
Cause what? Well, cause my eyes don't work. Is that what you said? Like, listen, I'm just saying it lost me from the very beginning. Like the voiceover from the kid, which is a good actor, but that whatever, like it felt like he was phoning it in, even though he's, you know, like I said, he's good. I've seen him in other stuff, but
What else has he been in?
that's a good question. I don't know. I've seen him in stuff.
Okay.
Who?
You
The
just
kid.
all little white kids look the same. to you.
Yeah, that's all.
That- Is that kid? That kid's white.
Yeah.
He's not like
Yeah,
Latino.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I thought
What?
it was black because his name is Javon
Javon
Williams.
Walton.
Walton. There.
That's a white kid. His mom wasn't white, right?
I thought he was Hispanic because I thought his name was Javon.
No,
But
but
he was in Euphoria.
no, I didn't see him in Euphoria though. I've seen him in
He
something
was
else.
in Umbrella Academy.
Oh, there you go. That's what I've seen him
No, I don't watch that.
in. He was crazy. And I'm saying,
Adam's Family too.
I didn't-
Fugsley.
no, I didn't. Well, actually, maybe I see that, but that's not what I knew him from.
That's
But the kid,
animated, so he wouldn't.
That's
have
the
seen it.
voice one. Yeah.
oh, okay, like, but that's the thing. Like that voiceover from the beginning with like he's doing the lore, and I'm just like, I don't know. This sounds phoned in, and maybe it was like after the fact. Like maybe he had done like the movie first, and that was like a pickup, and so he's just like, okay, let me do this real quick and get out of here. I don't know, but it just like from the beginning, I was just like, ugh, and I was like, that's unfortunate. And then it was doing like I mean, it's not what I guess it's what rotoscope at the beginning, kind of.
Yeah, it's newer than that.
Oz can tell you. Oz,
Yeah.
what was that at the beginning?
It's an Instagram filter.
Is it the rotoscope filter? Like I'm saying, like you know.
I was distracted because I looked up the kid and his nickname is Wana. So
Yeah.
Javon Wana Walton.
Yeah,
That's me.
he's definitely not a white kid.
And future champion of the world.
What does that mean?
That's his Instagram whatever thing.
Oh. I mean, he's a kid, so I'm gonna give him a pass. But
He's white.
why is he white?
He looks white to me.
Wait, what? Why does the kid look white to you?
Like we said, like your eyes don't work.
Yeah.
He does that
So what's
stupid
his what's his actual nationality? How about that? Like my eyes don't work, but fine. Like let's
So
ask-
what you're saying is your racism beats your eyes.
what?
Like you can tell what race he is. You know, he's not white. Because
I'm asking. I'm like, is he a white
I feel it in
kid?
my heart.
He doesn't.
I feel it in my heart. He's not white.
What nationality is?
He's one of 4 children born to DJ and Jessica Walton.
Like they actually own Walgreens.
Oh, those Waltons.
He's not one of those Waltons, is he?
He probably is.
No, I don't believe that.
That's why he's an actor.
If he
has money.
No, listen, Waltons don't need to do anything. Okay? Waltons don't have jobs. Waltons are Waltons. That's their jobs.
He's been boxing since the age of 4.
Joe. Why are you telling me look, all you gotta do is put into a search engine, whatever his Jovan Walton's nationality, and it'll come up.
Ah, he does that stupid thing where he shaves one of his eyebrows. I hate that.
Dude, he's like, how old is the kid?
15.
Okay. So, like, why are you like look, you're a boomer to him. Like, why are you you're like
I think it's stupid. Like if it's a real scar, then you're cool. But if you're shaving it in, that's stupid.
What?
It says he's American.
Okay, you're right. I said nationality. I should have said ethnicity.
Mixed.
That's what I should have said. Because you're right. He is
Larry's new at this racism game.
Right. It's true. I'm not a racist.
He's trying it out.
Actually, according to this, his father is the founder of finely crafted boxing equipment brand called Onward.
So he's adopted. Okay.
Yeah.
If he's adopted, then we should stop. Because
no.
Oh, so we're not the only ones that didn't want him?
Oh, Jesus. That's so wrong.
His father is Sicilian, Italian. Ooh, I'm going to fuck this up. Sorry, Jews.
What?
Ashkenazi Jewish. I was apologizing to the Jews because I don't know if I didn't think I could say Ashkenazi.
I still don't think I can.
I'm being polite. You're welcome, Jews. Irish, English, German.
He's all the white people.
Possibly African American.
Wait! Did somebody say possibly African American? That was probably the only thing I didn't think he was.
Mother likely Lebanese, English, Irish, other.
Right, okay. I'm not talking about this 15-year-old kid. It's getting creepy. We're digging way too much.
Further proof that Larry's eyes don't work and his racism heart doesn't either.
I'm just saying, what MGK songs do you think I'm listening to? Like, I don't even know that dude.
Samaritan.
The ones featuring Javon Walton.
2 3/4 for Samaritan. So check it out if you have Prime, according to Oz. The end. Can we talk about comics now?
He was dope in Jackass. So.
See, look, this was an undercover.
He got
Machine Gun Kelly fan right here.
Right. He got hit with the hand.
He only likes
to hurt.
Can we talk about comics?
No, I don't have the thing.
What the?
I don't know. What to call Machine Gun Kelly?
Like review. Well, not like that, but like.
8 billion genies. It is.
Oh, does someone have something that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hecht in chat was like, Sicilian isn't Italian? Do you have to separate? You kind of do. Because it's a little, it's different genetically.
Sicilians and Italians?
Yeah.
Are they?
Nah.
Yeah, they are.
I put them in the same category.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like I'm not saying.
If you call a Nigerian guy a black guy, he's gonna get offended. Or a Jamaican guy.
Do that too.
Wait, but
exactly. And that's how Sicilian Italians are.
Wait, get the fuck over yourself.
No, wait. First of all, black isn't a nationality. That's number one. And I'm not saying that it's not. Right. There's no black nation.
Right. And there's no Sicilian nation, but there's a differentiation in culture.
No,
and we don't want to be
Sicily is a like it's like a region, right?
Yeah,
It's where they make pizza.
But I'm saying, but it's a region in Italy.
right. But they don't like
Italian
to be
region.
called. They like to differentiate.
No, I'm not saying they
Oh.
specify,
They
but you can't be like,
identify.
oh, you can't tell a Sicilian, you can't mess around and be like, oh well, a Sicilian can't be mad at you for calling them Italian.
Oh,
They can, and they will, and we'll leave it at that because we got comics to review.
people want to be mad,
But
so they'll take
but
any
that-
excuse.
also
okay, what I'm saying to you is, if
It's a
somebody's
differentiation.
Nigerian,
They don't like it because technically they're an island that's like not
Yeah.
part of the mainland of
They
Italy.
never wanted to be part of the country. They wanted their own independence. They couldn't do it because everybody uses the ports in Italy, so Italy took it over. It's the same shit that happened with Mexico and Yucatan. It's a conversation Larry and I have had before, and it's going to be another 45 minutes of social, political stuff that really has nothing to do with Abel and Genies.
well then,
Well,
why you bring it up then?
you said that, but in issue 1, there's a ton of geopolitical shit going on. So let's get into it.
Let's do a segue.
Who's our descriptor? Mayor, is that you?
No, it should be you.
Okay, 8 billion genies is about, I mean, what it says on the 10. 8 billion genies come to Earth. Every person on Earth gets one genie and one wish. And dude, fucking hell, just all fucking hell breaks loose. I know one of the people in North Korea wishes they were the dominant nation. The president of the U.S. wishes they were the dominant nation. All that shit got canceled out because everyone except Norway wished that their nation was the top. New Zealand. I'm sorry, New Zealand. Everyone except New Zealand wished their nation was the top. And so that shit got canceled out real quick. And so our main focus is on a bartender and his patrons, who the bartender, as soon as the genies come up, the bartender wishes that no wish made outside the bar can affect the bar or anyone inside the bar. So they have a little safe haven, and everyone else is just wishing for fucking everything. Kaiju, superpowers, people to fall in love. It's just crazy. And in the first 8 minutes, 2 million people die. And that is just, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Just so much death. Oh my God.
Not enough.
Oh man. I tell you, by the 8-week mark, oh my God, it's just so many dead.
Do I need to leave the room? Like, you need a moment?
No, I just love the dead. Like, I just love people being dead. The mass amount of death and carnage is just awesome. And oh my God, you have kids, 11 and 12 years old kids being ripped apart. It's beautiful. I love this book. This book is beautiful.
Even with the shitty art?
Even with the shitty art.
Oh.
Because you got great colors.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, the genies look amazing.
Yeah. They do a good job with the art in the sense that, like, it's in contrast to how clean and the shape the genies are. They're almost like Pokemon. They're little marketable characters. I would love a bunch of these stickers all around, and that gritty, weird, messed up art kind of like contrasted. What I would say about the art is if you read further into the series, it gets better in the sense that the writing really just takes over, and the art is almost unimportant in the sense,
Yeah,
But
that's true.
And there's certain stuff where it really works well, like with the Chinese dude when he gets his wish and what he turns into. the art, like it's still the crappy art style, but that looks really good, you know.
Now, what I will say, one of the things I did love with this art, there's a little black kid. His parents are like, his mom is wished back to life.
Yeah.
His dad is like trying to not be drunk, and all he could do is think, he wants to be a superhero so he can find some place where his parents can live and be happy. And he becomes a superhero, and he goes out into the world.
Spoilers.
And he ends up fighting. Oh yeah, spoilers. Well, not really, because it's not like plot point. Like it's part of the journey, but it's not like a plot point.
I don't know, man. I did that kid. That kid, like I've been watching him the whole comic, and I was like, man, when his mom came back, the art was shitty, but the colors were tight, and that little splash page panel made me cry as fuck. And now you're telling me that that's not the best thing that happened to that kid?
Well, I'm not saying it's not the best, but I'm saying far as
that's what I'm saying. Like as far as spoilers go, like man, like I've been following this kid the whole time. Like first of all, I asked myself, what this kid doing in this bar? You know?
Well, he was looking for his dad. Yeah.
Well, no, I get it, but it's like, you know, they don't let kids in bars. But you know, that's the thing. What my point is,
personally attest. I've been taking the bars when I was a kid.
My point is that I'm watching this kid from the beginning, and now you're giving me stuff I haven't got to yet with this kid.
Okay, well, bear with me.
Yeah.
Like, bear with me. He becomes a superhero, and you know he's got the buff bod, the good hair, and as the months go on, his hair gets like grayer and grayer, and you can actually see what this being a hero in this fucked up world is doing to him.
Actually,
like on his face and his hair. Like,
inaccurate. It doesn't happen over months. It happens in one battle.
No, it's months.
No, he takes a hit and it makes his hair white. It's like from one panel to the next, his hair goes from black to white.
His good hair.
Reading. Trust me, if you keep reading, you're gonna see the hair.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like one panel to the next that it turns white. You're gonna make me look this up now.
Like I haven't read that far, so I don't know because that's issue 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read 4.
Why am I the only one that read 4?
You're not the only one that read 4.
Doing this.
I mean,
who's not? Why are you not pre-produced? Why are you?
Wait. Keep in mind that 4
pointing at us.
4
you is that not pre-produced?
4 came out last week.
Yeah,
and so that means we read.
Yeah, Larry, like you knew you were doing that last week. You knew we were doing it this week, so you had a whole week to read it.
Yeah, Mo, you had a whole week to read it.
Yeah, I know, but I also had
to get the 3.
I had to deal with DC putting tamales on the Hispanic cover,
which we will talk about because we got time. But craziness. But anyway, what I'm saying is we didn't confirm.
Put my screen up. Put my screen up right now. Look,
Oscar's vindicated.
Right there. Look, his hair, normal color. He's punching the fuck out of this thing. Next panel, attack. Right after that, white hair. Sorry for the spoilers, Mo. I just had to prove myself right.
Yeah, and you spoiled the art too, because now the art looks good.
But it goes back.
No, it doesn't.
It does. It goes back to the other issues.
Look, still white. This is for issue 4. There's no other issue.
Jay read it backwards.
I don't know. I haven't read the issue
like,
4 yet.
Still white. Still white. Still white. Still. Oh, I'm really spoiling now. I'm gonna close this. Sorry.
Oh man.
Oh, he gave up. Sorry, I had to. I couldn't. He besmirched my what do you call that people have? I don't know. something like respectability or something.
Heck, that is one of the Genies Will Smith. And no, they're not. They're actually like, I think Heck would actually like this book because they're kind of like weird sprites, like Adventure Time designed sprites. I don't know if you could bring in. I mean, you saw them in that picture there, but they're you could see them a little better.
I could bring it back up, and I'll do like the first issue because
Okay, we're back. Jay was discombobulated. Jay was like, nah. He was like, F fine. He was like, the show's over. I'm like, Joe, no, please put us back on, please.
It's my real estate. Like I don't have as much
room,
real estate as I normally do.
It's a very small amount, and keeping in mind that Jay does a different job than I do on the show, so I can do what my job with the little bit of real estate I have.
But Jay, you know it's a touch screen, right?
No, there's no touchscreen here. There you go.
Larry, what the fuck? You bought like a 10-year-old computer?
No, it's a laptop that doesn't have a touchscreen. Like
where's the porn laptop? That one's a touchscreen.
No, it's a gaming laptop. It doesn't have a touchscreen. Like
why would a gaming laptop not have a touchscreen?
Yeah,
because most PC games aren't touchscreen controlled.
That's not true.
Well, Heck, that's the Genie right there, Heck. And you get a sense of what the art is in contrast.
And the Genies look different.
And it's an image comic, Heck.
Yeah.
Or did you tell them that already while we were?
No. Yeah, no.
Wait, what did you say?
No, Heck, that's like is one of the Genies Will Smith. I'm like, no, but I explained that their design is actually kind of cool because it is kind of like an Adventure Time little sprite in this contrast with this art, and so it really fits. And I love, like, you know how the Genies have the little tail because they're floating. They have it up instead of in lieu of legs. Yeah.
You know, we should say one of the interesting things Genie-wise is they tend to take on some of the visual aspects of the person that they're assigned to.
Right.
Like beard, like facial hair, they'll have that.
Like this guy's Genie has the glasses and the
beard. The other guy has like the heavy metal shirt.
Mm-hmm.
The little fetus one isn't complete.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Which is kind of interesting. Like
I didn't even know
that's like a pro-choice thing. Like,
wait, what?
No, it is.
It's alive. I guess it's pro-life. Like it's alive enough to get a Genie.
Like what? Why you gotta bring the politics into it? The baby get a wish too.
Dude, I love politics. You know that about me.
And that's the thing. Like the book kind of does its weird like social commentary through it too. And that like whatever you want to think of the Charles Soule with that little statement, that could be, you know, it could be taken a ton of ways because it's just so subtle, but it's still a commentary on that issue.
Right. No, I agree. And you know, you definitely can read into it, which is interesting. Look, I just want to say that if you've watched Fantastic Forum, you know my feelings on Charles Soule, and if you haven't.
You're not that big of a fan.
Oh, how dare you! How dare you!
I've been watching Fantastic Forum for a while. I've never heard you talk about Charles.
Oh, you're
you knew who he was.
Like you didn't even care that they thanked him on She-Hulk.
Listen,
are people still watching that?
Joe,
yeah,
son of a bitch. What are you talking about? Why
She-Hulk is amazing. How dare you?
Why are you like this?
I don't know. I just
like anti-Alex Ross, anti-She-Hulk.
He just wants to see. He just wants to see the world burn.
Look, and the kids die. That's what he wants.
I do want to see the children die.
He wants to see the world burn and wants to watch the children go up in flames first.
I don't think you'll ever see this. When you see Jay drink a glass of water and then maybe not finish it and just dump it out, like he's so happy because he's like taking the water of the future generations.
I will admit, during this drought, I've been taking extra long showers because I don't have kids and the future doesn't affect me.
I'm 100% like When have you ever seen Jay drink water?
Now, now, I'm like, what, Jay? It's your birthday. Here, drink. Like I said,
I'm like,
thing for his birthday, and he's like, he doesn't want to drink. I'm like, hey, tell the waiter, give him a tequila, give him a tequila.
I'm pretty sure Jay.
That was great. Like, by the way, oh my god! So for my birthday, Mo was telling a story, and he was in Mo mode. So
Mo mode.
Yeah, like we have our on-screen personalities and we have our off-screen personalities, and our off-screen personalities use the N-word. But I had never heard it from Mo.
My off-screen personality does not use the N-word.
When you drink, you use the N-word.
What?
Like, it's awesome.
What? Wait. Name a time when I wasn't saying a rap lyric when I've ever used the N-word.
Your surprise birthday party at that club.
You got mad at the bouncer?
No. Basically, we started off talking about rap, but then I steered the conversation just to nigga, and he was saying it like,
hey.
Right.
Well, no, not for the rest of it. Like, okay, whatever. Anyway, go back to Moses. Actually, don't go back to Moses. Let's just go back to 8 billion Genies. Listen, because you're about to get Moses canceled. You're probably gonna get Oz canceled by association.
I look at my eternal damnation in hell the same way as my cancellation. Look, it's gonna happen. It ain't for this.
So what I was gonna say is this: I'm a huge Charles Sewell fan, so you all know. For those that don't listen to the show regularly,
except you didn't read 27.
Dude, it doesn't fit in anything.
Even Joe knows that.
20. It doesn't fit in the comic box. It doesn't fit in the bags. It's just a weirdly misshapen thing. That's its only purpose is to fuck up your collection.
I mean, isn't 27 the same size as like the Prestige DC books?
No. It's the size of a Rolling Stone magazine.
Isn't that the same size?
No,
DC Black Book.
Yeah, you're clearly not a Rolling Stone magazine fan either.
Well, I mean,
who is?
All right, like why would I read Rolling Stone?
If you're if you're under 50, why are you reading Rolling Stone?
Why not? You get good
Rolling Stone still.
Well, I mean, okay, you get a pass, Mo. You watch Genies Girls too, so you're just kind of out there.
Jay's on that popcorn. James, you're like, watch out, everybody! Like he comes for everybody now, goddamn. Jeez, you're next, Oz.
What do you accuse me of watching?
Gilmore Girls.
Oh yeah. No, but the beauty of Rolling Stone magazine now is they actually make it in comic book size, so it fits in my collection.
Listen, what I'm trying to say is Charles Sewell is amazing, and I also want to say that I don't feel like Ryan Brown's art is as bad as everyone has made it out to be up until this point.
No, I think it's fine.
No, you don't think it's fine because most of it and you're like, it's you didn't even push back on the fact that it's trash. You just were like, yeah. You kind of just accepted the trash.
I literally said shit art, and he's like, yeah, even with the shit art.
Right, exactly. So it's like
I can see how someone would think the art is shit.
Listen,
like,
and even I, like, by no means am I out here trying to say Ryan Brown is a top tier comic book artist. And I don't even know if Ryan Brown feels that way about it. What I'm trying to say, it is Ryan, right?
Let's ask you.
His last name is Brown.
Yeah, it is Ryan Brown.
Okay, cool.
Because I wanted to make fun of you.
Oh, yeah, this guy's ass.
Oh, see. And this is what I'm saying is like,
no, the art, like the sketch part is passable.
Listen,
the shading
we read the book.
Is just
you all read the book. Everybody loves the genie design, and I can 100%.
That's all Charles Sewell.
Oh, you dumb. I can 100% admit that the genie design is the like the star.
It's like draw an ice cream cone with a face. It's a poop emoji with a but
listen, you said it like anyone could do it, but if you take 10 random people off the street and be like, draw a genie that looks like this, you're gonna get some terrible ass drawings, okay?
Right.
Like,
but
I'm not even gonna say not like you're not. I'm not even gonna say you're gonna get 9 out of 10 terrible drawings. You might get 10 out of 10.
You're looking at people on the street. I'm looking at people in the comic book industry.
No, but that's the whole point. But if you look at people in the comic book industry, we've all read books with much worse art than this.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's the worst ever. I'm just saying he's
well. When you mess around and say that
I think
it's terrible, it's shit, it's ass, it's like you're kind of saying it's the worst ever, and it's like it's not.
No,
and that's the pushback I'm saying is like Ryan Brown.
Is this him?
I mean, I don't know.
That's kind of on brand.
He's just ass.
That's kind of on brand with Charles Soule because that She-Hulk run that he did would look like garbage too.
Ass isn't that bad because you can eat it.
Moses, is this the guy?
Like you got to share your screen.
I'm about to share.
You're like Moses can't see that guy. Look, we're in the same room today, so that's why I saw him.
Is this the guy?
No, I don't know who that guy is.
Okay.
Like,
Ryan Brown.
That might be him. Yeah, well, all I'm saying to you is this guy is not a trash comic book artist. He's not the best.
That guy doesn't look like he draws. Like he looks like he sprinkles salt on a big ass steak.
I listen. He does both. Look, the only pushback is like I don't read this book and be like, oh my god, like can we please get somebody else to draw it? I don't feel that way, and it's not like I'm not saying.
I did.
Huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying the book could be at a different strata 100% if there was a different artist on it. But at the same time, it's like, dude, art takes time. Yeah. And what I can tell you is Ryan Brown is probably a dude that is like, he probably gets all his work in on time.
Obviously, this dude got no time if art takes time.
Well, no, what I can't tell you that what I don't like about his art and what I do like about his art happened in 8 Billion Genies. And
what?
Which is when the story moves to an emotional part where it needs to give you a proper reaction reading it.
Yeah.
It does it. And to me that it's not like how I talked about the Samaritan where it's like, oh, he gives this speech, this concept that falls flat. It's a genre-defining concept in a superhero movie that you're not going to see because nobody is going to like this movie.
Right.
And in this book, you don't get that. Like those big plot points, those big scenes. Like, I mean, those scenes with the superhero fight looked amazing, and it's the same artist. So it does. His art is utilitarian for this book, and he goes above it when he does. It's literally like, I don't know if this is how he did it. This is how I'm going to explain he did it. It's like he got his genie while drawing it and said, I wish I could draw a good comic book. And as the way the story flows with the art is like that. Like it gets better the more you read.
This is also the guy that did Curse Words, which we talked about on the show.
And that looked good.
We did.
And he also did God Hates Astronauts, but I don't know.
But he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, like
and
Merlin.
Like if people get in his way, he just like disappears them and ignores it.
Man, that was a long time ago, right?
Beginning of the pandemic.
Damn. Okay, I mean, look. Oh, go ahead, Mo.
I think it was before that, but we might have revisited it. Yeah, I think we revisited like issue 8 before the pandemic.
Either way, it's like we're talking about like at least 2 years ago, maybe more. So, I mean, and don't get me wrong, that's not like a whole bunch of time.
It just feels like not a lot of time because we're still dealing with it.
And just a heads up for all you curse word fans, the
Omnibus?
Yes, the Omnibus is coming out soon. So 700 pages of curse words.
Damn. Well, there you go.
That's almost like Oz's package being up the whole show.
I'm not wearing pants either.
I'm so happy I stayed quiet. I was like, I was going to say something that's going to be hilarious.
Well, I wasn't, but you guys weren't saying.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Delivered. No, it delivered. I was glad I shut up.
Much
I was
much
waiting
like
for
in
you
life,
to-
I had to fill in the empty space.
I was waiting for you to ask about it so I could promote video on our channel, like because that's what we do.
There it is. So, I mean, okay. At this point, I feel like we spent a decent amount of time on the art. How do y'all feel about the story? And
I love it.
okay, there it is. There, Jay loves it.
So many dead.
So okay, okay.
But
I think we covered
aside
that.
from that,
Okay, thanks.
aside from the death, I honestly really like these genies.
Okay.
They are basically, there's one page where there's a couple pages, but for one, so there's this one page where the pregnant woman is talking about the black kid's mom who was brought back to life, and the genie explains to her, like, yeah, you know, we are here to help. Like, we're giving people not what they wish for, but the spirit of the wish. Like, we could have brought her back sick or a day before death, but the intent was to bring her back to life. And so they did what they did so that they would have a live version of her. And it's a real difference from what you normally get, where genies are trying to screw people over, being like super specific, or, you know, monkey's paw curse type of shit. Like, these genies are actually out there trying to give people what they want, and
they have their best interest in mind of the wish.
Yeah, and they're even disappointed when people don't get to make a wish.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because that really makes you think, why is this happening? Why are they doing this?
Right.
Like, if it's not, it doesn't appear to be for an evil purpose,
right,
because
otherwise
malicious. They're not fucking people over. But then if they're not trying to fuck people over, why are they doing this? Like, why is this happening?
Right.
And
they even clap when there's a good wish. Like when a boy, they're like, whoa, they're like, great job. And I'm like, damn, that's like some good storytelling right there.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, why are y'all clapping? And I'm like, dude, like wishing is like an art. And when somebody does it well, because so many people do it so poorly, they're like, dude, it's like we just love that. Like, you know, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Because it does, like, it in the same way, like it invokes or communicates exactly what you're saying, where it's like, dude, they're not trying to, like, they want you to have good wishes.
Right. And as an aside, I actually do love the part where one of the people in the bar is outside the bar at the time, and she makes a wish which doesn't work because of the bartender's wish. And when she complains about it not being fair, or something not being fair, the genies just roast her for wasting her wish. It's great. Like, the storytelling has been phenomenal. The characters are really likable. You want them to succeed. You want them to get through this. You want them to, like, just be safe. And at the end of issue 4, especially, you're like, wow, like, you don't get an answer for why this is happening, but there is what's the word? Not reverence, but a relevance for the people inside the bar. And it's just amazing storytelling where you just want to keep reading. You want to know the story. And you even want to watch the Amazon series, which is just random people making wishes. That doesn't affect the comic. Like, it's if the writing is good, like these books have been, like, that's going to be an amazing show.
I hate it all.
you hate it already?
No, you love it already.
No, I hate it because I was thinking, like, what, you know, that's what I was going to tell Larry when he's talking about the art. Like, it's not serviceable. It's not, you know. And I was like, you know, I'm just glad it's going to be a TV series, so it should be. I can see these things in the way that I can look at it without cringing. Like, but now I'm not going to do that either.
See, well, why don't you didn't get that?
Because the show's not gonna be the comic.
Oh, look, I was gonna say like
we'll get the Genies.
Well, but
They
here's
might-
the rub. Here's the rub. The people are gonna look fine in the show. The Genies are probably gonna be the part where it's like.
It'll look
That's the thing, like in the comic, the Genies look fine, but you know the people, everybody looks at the people like, oh, that's some shit art. And look, Ryan Brown's ready to laugh at y'all when the show comes out, like, oh, y'all like those Genies, huh? It turns out like ILM don't know how to make Genies like I know how to make Genies, you son of bitches.
we're gonna get Kazam.
What'd you say?
We're gonna get Kazam.
Oh, what's Kazam?
Oh, please, that's the Shaq Genie movie.
Oh, I don't watch that.
Because you don't like sports.
It's because I don't mess with the blacks.
The goddamn blacks.
That's the title of this episode.
Please don't isolate that. Like
Uh,
it was said irony because I love black people.
I
consider myself one of them.
115.40.
Oh, son of bitches. It's like, don't make no. I don't mess with the black memes. Don't do that. Don't make me famous on that, you sons of bitches. You all supposed to be on my team. Anyway, but no, the story. I mean, well, listen. Let me not go on. Oz, how do you feel about the story?
I think it says a lot that I started reading the first issue, and next thing I know, I'm done with the fourth issue.
Right.
Like that. Like you guys know, like if a book is crap, especially if it has bad art, like I won't even get through the first one.
Right.
So
Like, you won't get through the 20% of it.
right. You know,
Click the link up here for that last video.
So the fact that I read through issue 4,
right,
should say something about this book. It's an interesting concept. It's an interesting thought experiment, I guess. You know, if you give everybody in the world a wish, and then how they talk about how, well, you know, a lot of wishes are gonna be in conflict and just cancel each other out. So there's like millions of people that are gonna wish and nothing happens because they've been canceled out. Like,
right.
it makes sense, and it's you know, it's interesting. I'd like to see a little bit more of what happens outside the bar, because like stuff's just getting crazier and crazier. And I think they show, like, each issue shows like the world in a different state. Like at one point it's ice cream. And it's like, who, you know, okay, who wished that? That's a waste.
Probably
you know,
a child, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, because everybody
that's
gets
why
a
Jay's
wish.
happy that some of them died.
And
right.
they imply that this isn't the first time it's happened, and so they've seen this go through stages. And by issue 4 they call it the, I don't know, the superpower age or the hero age, or like where it basically becomes a comic book. And I like to see where it goes. And they spend some time talking about the person that makes the last wish. And that's kind of that, like, I really want to know what that ends up being and how that leaves the world, because I feel like the last wish is going to put things back to normal. But I don't know. I could be wrong, because this book has just been like nonsense the whole time, like in a good way, just entertainment nonsense going on outside this little bar that's the only thing that's protected.
I could totally see, like, I could see that as the ending 100%.
Like, honestly, I thought the little black kid was gonna be the like, end up being the one with the last wish, and then nope, no,
right,
you know,
right.
now I think it's the fetus.
There it is. Feels like I just want things to be back the way they were before I was like not born. Mo, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about the story? Which I don't know. Did you read what, issue 1?
I read 1 through 3.
Okay, there you go. So you read a good amount too.
Yeah, and I read the first issue and I was like, man, fucking Jay. Like, he told me I was gonna like this. The art is garbage. Like, literally, like, I mean, you could say what you want about Space Age. That art wasn't bad. You know what I mean?
It's all a matter of taste.
I'm like, no, but we analyze shit and we read shit and we review it. So we'll put. I read more than one issue,
Right.
But part of it was because it was good, but to get through to make the art like tolerable, I had to get to 3 issues. Like, I was ready to give it one. Like, no, fuck this. Like, yeah, it's interesting. It looks terrible. When's the TV series coming out? I didn't even know about the Amazon thing till like 20 minutes ago. When
I told you about that. That was the part I said you were gonna like.
Yeah.
That, the TV show and the comic won't coincide. Or they won't collide, so you don't have to worry about.
Yeah. Well, and the art's this bad. I need a reimagining on TV. Like, but aside from that, I mean, this is a 5 out of 5 series. I don't give a fuck what you or your mother think. Like, it's really like the shit's good. The genie design is good. Like, I know I need a 8 billion genies white cover so that I can ask Ryan Brown or whoever designed the genie, because I still don't think he did it.
Damn.
To draw a genie for me that would fit me. Yeah. And you brought a good question that I think nobody like. I don't think you guys probably didn't pre-produce enough to think this, but like when I was reading, I'm like, man, what would the Fantastic Forum like genie one wish would be? What would that be? So
I did think about that.
Why didn't you ask it then?
What, dude? If I asked you guys half the shit in my head, you would get so fucking sick of me. Like,
right. But that's the beauty of like we can make content like literally like I have questions just for Jay that I'm like one day when I hang out with Jay I'm just gonna ask him and record it and make a video.
You should totally just ask us a quarter of the questions in your head.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. Start with the genie.
But yeah, my wish would be that me and the crew had like powers.
Yeah.
You want the Fantastic Forum to have powers?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That would be your wish? Your one wish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like me and the crew. Like give us some powers.
Yeah, me too. That was my wish. Me and the crew.
Like so
it was literally just me.
Let me ask this question though. So when you be like, okay, if you wish, you're like, okay, me and the Fantastic Forum give us superpowers. Are they like random powers, or do you have powers in mind?
Like, I'm an elemental guy, so I would prefer elemental powers.
Right, but okay, and I know you know that about you. What I'm saying, like in your mind, are you like, Genie, give me and the Fantastic Forum powers? I want elemental powers, and then give them what, like whatever? Or
I would probably make us all elementals.
Oh,
so like, what would you pick for me?
Fire.
Yeah, fire.
Wait, what are you?
Earth.
So you're wind?
I'm light and shadow.
Light and shadow? That's not an
elemental.
Hey.
Like you don't listen
to
fire
and
shadow.
And
I did not expect him to say
my head canon, light and shadow are both considered elements.
All right, so we're gonna start a musical band: Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Light and Shadow.
Fire, light, and shadow. Damn it! Oh,
we need to start, and we get Captain Planet.
Yeah. Oh. Jay's gonna make a movie called The Seventh Element.
With the spirit.
Wait, what?
Spirit is an element. Like, I don't know how. Like, I don't know why everyone is like, no, spirit's not an element. It's like,
why is spirit be an element?
In alchemy, they call it ether.
Everything.
Yeah.
It is the thing that everything is built on.
That's like a soul?
It's like that, yes.
Kind of.
Yeah. I guess an element?
Like a Charles soul.
I'm just saying, like, never mind.
Look,
I'm out here, like, I'm not.
Whole
here's
other
the
show.
thing. My focus is light and shadow. Everything else, I'm still making notes.
Okay. Like, why aren't elementals like what the elements we know in the world that we live in?
Because I want my world. Like I don't actually like you guys' world.
That's where 8 billion genies like fucks up. Like he tells you, like, see, his power get canceled.
He's like, I'm gonna mess around and change form, and then my genius gonna be like, oh, your friend Jay turned you to elemental, and I'm like, well, why am I like a freaking intangible thing? Like, he's like, oh, he made you spirit, and I'm like, spirit's not an element, and my genius like, well, Jay thinks spirit's an element, and I'm gonna be like, what? I like Jay and I might not even be in the same place. And I'll be like, why can't I touch anything? And he's like, well, you're a spirit now. Like, why am I a spirit? Because Jay's made you elemental. And I'm like, spirit's not an element. It's like, Jay thinks so. And I'm like, this is some bullshit. Like,
I was always more of the controlling, not the.
So I gotta use my.
Not the becoming.
I have to use my one goddamn wish to be like, can you make me tangible again?
No, see, you would be tangible.
No, I'm not tangible. I'm a spirit.
You're not a. That's what I'm telling you.
You told me I'm spirit. Spirit's an element.
I'm telling you. For my elementals, it's more about control, not about being. You control.
You're a spirit.
So
you control spirit.
What does that even mean? I can take people's souls?
No, but you got like a bunch of cool telekinesis and
none of that is an elemental. That's just psychic powers.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I want psychic powers.
Well, like you're welcome.
No, but that's not elemental. Like the genie's not gonna know that.
He will. They know.
The genie's gonna make me Freddy Krueger or something.
No, they know. They're working with my best interests in mind. Like, they're not going to fuck you over.
Lawrence, of all people, you definitely should wield the power of heart.
His racist heart.
We can all agree.
It's weird, but that's actually a power in Captain Planet. Like,
right.
No,
that's why he said it, but we all can
But
agree.
it doesn't work on Hitler.
No, but we all know that, like, heart is the worst power, right? We know that, right?
No, it isn't. Like, bending people to your will is amazing.
It's not like psychic powers, though.
No, it's bending people. You can change their hearts.
No, but
like if someone's a piece of shit, you can make them better.
Unless it's Hitler.
Dude, imagine if Toby, that was his name, right? From BoJack Horseman. Imagine if he had the power of heart, he could have fixed BoJack, and we'd only had like one season, but it'd have been a really good season.
Why do we want to fix BoJack? Why can't
It's
BoJack?
a video right there. Like Jay just talking about that.
Toby, you want him to be better.
Listen, I'm not trying to force
127.30.
That's what heart does. Heart forces people to be better. That is the power of heart. That's what I'm saying. It's so powerful. Like, you are literally changing someone.
I don't want to do that.
I'm not saying you want to. I'm saying it's powerful.
You're saying
if you're saying it's not powerful, I'm saying it's the most powerful. Like, what would you rather be, set on fire or have your heart changed so that you act the way other people want you to act?
Fuck that. I don't want, like, I want to act how I want to act. Not a fuck
exactly.
That. Yeah.
That's why heart is so dangerous. That's why we're lucky it was Mati and not like Wheeler. Because he would be fucking everybody up. Yeah. Dude, that guy's a loose cannon. We're lucky he only had the Ring of Fire.
That's why he got fired, because he's the dick. And his hair was red.
Listen, I'm just saying nobody's ever watched Captain Planet and be like, you know what? I want to be Mati. No one's ever said that.
Yeah, but that's just because they made him a little effeminate.
Huh?
People don't realize, like, all they see is the cool monkey, but they don't remember him, like, bending people to. Honestly, he doesn't use it that much in the show. Because if he did, you know, it's kind of like one of those, like, his power's too big. to be useful. Like,
He has
the
an
ring of
enlarged
light
heart.
in Wheel Warriors that can just do anything. Like, you can't use it all the time because then people will just say, well, why doesn't he use the ring to like magically make Sawboss disappear? It's like that ring. I've actually been thinking about that ring because I want to reboot Jason the Wheel Warriors, but I would give like a limit on the number of times you can use the ring.
That should happen. You should reboot that.
I want to.
Yeah.
But I don't want to put it in a bunch of work to it if I'm not going to get the rights. Like, if I knew I could get the rights, I would definitely work on that.
My wish would be that Jay's internet would work, so he doesn't go to Larry's house and get loaded. And I love Jay like this, but we don't got time for this.
I ain't got time for that.
Look,
like Jay should make his own videos.
You're good. You're good. Like, let you speak for yourself, friend.
Like that's
you're good. Don't worry about it. What's your wish, Oz?
I wish Jay would make those into his viral videos, dissecting the ring of heart. Yeah.
We gotta get Jay more vodka and a camera. Oz, what would your wish be? You have any thoughts on that?
So Jay picks our elemental powers?
Yes.
I will let the genie pick. Like, as long as I get light and shadow.
Well, look, he reads what's in your heart. So ultimately you choose. So what's my element?
Sawdust.
Most fire. Larry is water. You're either earth or wind. Actually, you're wind.
Because I fart a lot.
That's why.
No, you're flighty. Like
he's flighty.
Yeah, like
it's
I know
flighty,
you're hanging out, and sometimes you're there with us, and then you'll disappear.
Oz does disappear. That happens.
And then you come, like, you reappear.
Yeah, you come back. That is true.
But it's like where the fuck is Oz? And then he comes and he acts like he was here, but then he doesn't know what was just happening.
Oz's elemental power is boomerang.
Captain Boomerang.
Oh.
Jay may be onto something because Oz is a Gemini, and that's the air sign.
That means there's two of me. I can fuck myself.
Oh,
yeah, go fuck yourself.
Nice. How do we get to this in shows? Like,
I mean, isn't that everyone's kind of like secret wish that
no,
they?
Absolutely not.
Well, you know it's not Larry's.
100%.
You know it's not Larry's. Yeah.
You know, the more you deny it, the more it just sounds like you're one of those Republicans. It's like, oh, I hate child porn, and then you find a bunch of child porn on their computer.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I like who I am.
Leave Lindsey Graham out of this.
Then why don't you want to fuck you?
Because I'm not a narcissist like that. Like I'm saying, I can 100% admit to myself that there are qualities about me that is like I'm not 100% in love with, and it's like no, like I feel like there's somebody out there that's like better than me in other areas that I would rather have sex with.
No, that does remind me
of my team from Captain Planet.
It actually reminds me of this Robot Chicken sketch where Donald is like telling Mickey he should hit on Minnie, and Mickey's like, why? Because I'm so much of a narcissist, I have to look myself in the face when I come.
Jesus, if you exist, fix Jay's internet. I'll be devout. I get circumcised, whatever you need.
No. I'm like, I get what he's saying. I told my wife I wish she was more like me.
Yeah. Like again, it's we're trying to get a type 2, and not a type 2 use
internet. It's not just the internet.
Yeah,
because I don't have to work tomorrow, so I can drink as much as I want.
Let's rate 8 billion Genies. Let's do that. You all good with that?
Yeah.
I give it an 8 out of 5.
That's a great rating.
I love this book. I love the theme. I love that everything is like the points in the story. They do like 8 minutes after G-Day, 8 days after, 8 months after, 8
Yeah, 8 weeks, 8 months.
Like everything is in eights.
Yeah,
like,
it's
that,
good stuff.
That is so amazing. Like
it's great storytelling.
I love this book. I love the death count. I love the wishes.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any okay, the art. Like I actually am fine with it. Like
oh, now you're fine with it.
It could be better, but I have actually been just enjoying this so much.
Exactly.
The characters, the writing, and there are parts where the art does shine.
Yeah.
And I love this book.
It's one of those things where I feel like as comic book fans, sometimes you have comic books with it being a visual medium that sometimes the art will carry the story. And this is one of the rare instances where I think the story might carry the art some. And that's what it is. And I'm not saying that like Ryan Brown's art is not good, because I don't feel that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, no, I'm not. I'm just saying that, like, if the story wasn't as good, like, there would be people that would not be messing with this book. And because the story is as good as it is, it elevates the art. And that's all I'm saying about it. So,
That's exactly what a heartbender would say.
Us, what would you rate 8 Billion Genies?
I'll give it a 5. The art bothered me at first, but like you said, once you start getting into the story, I didn't even notice the art anymore.
Right.
And the art gets better.
It does. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, if you can get past that first issue, like I said when we started this like a year ago, I normally don't read, like, I'll read the first issue of whatever book you guys mentioned unless it's really, really bad. I just kept reading and went through 4, and it's a shame that I'm not going to read it any further.
Why are you not going to read it any further?
Because I'll forget and I'm lazy.
Oh, dude, it's only 8 issues. Like, you can read the other half.
8 issues. Like, at some point, you guys are going to mention that the 8th one came out, and then I might go back and read the 8th one to find out the last wish.
Why wouldn't you go read all the other 4? Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I'm lazy. I said
you do what you do, Oz. You do what you do.
I'm flying, apparently.
What would you rate 8 Billion Genies?
I give it an 8 out of 5 too, because it's good. And I only read 3 issues. I didn't even read half of the 8. So it's just the art just gets better. Like, I don't know if it's the story, like me liking the story that makes me perceive it better.
Yeah.
Or maybe Ryan Brown said, like, hey, my wish is for Moses to like the art the more he reads it.
It didn't work.
No, it worked. Because issue 3, the art, like when he's fighting that vampire, it looks amazing.
No, absolutely.
Like
yeah,
just that character design. I'm like, man, he put a lot of time into that, and he slacked on here. Look, I'm fine with it, but it's not like they got 2 artists for the book. It's like he can do it. He just chooses to speed up here and there, and it can throw me off. But ultimately, it's good, and he's getting his Amazon money.
There it is. Look, I guess not to be outdone, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 5 because I like this book a lot, and it's that good. Like, you should mess with 8 Billion Genies. Just that simple. It's fantastic. Like, you might look at the art and be like, I don't know, and it's like, read it and then tell me if you know or not. The end. All right. Y'all want to get into some news?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Comic book news. We should have a
comic book
like current. Well, not like that, but like.
So, listen, we got to start with this friggin' DC Comics Hispanic Heritage Month like debacle. Like, someone please tell me what is happening and what's really going on with this. Mo, why don't you start us off, man?
So what happened was the issue somehow, I don't know if it got leaked or something, But it got previewed somewhere, and Jorge Molina got a bunch of people asking like, "Hey, what the fuck?" You know. And the article I read was from Bleeding Cool, and they basically detailed the tweets. And he's like, this is the article I submitted. This is the art I submitted for that, and this is the one they're putting out. And clearly, you see the second one doesn't have my signature.
Right.
And when he said that, it's like, okay, so they fucked up. What are they doing? What do they see? Why are they doing this? You know, uh, that's the one that was supposed to be the the one that's coming out. Okay, so there's that. And you see, he's holding tamales. It says "Viva Mexico," you know. Um, and then what he drew was this. I got to be careful because there's another Fantastic Forum exclusive that I don't want to show just yet. But
please, God, don't show it. Please don't show that. Oh my God.
This is the original art that he drew, and the tamales one was the one I just showed you. And basically, they just went over Photoshop crappily. The flag, they just made a generic color flag. They made instead of him holding the lantern, he was holding a tamales, and then they had the branding.
It's not that he's holding tamales; he's holding a bag of tamales, but then they had to actually like write on the bag that it says tamales,
right? And they're falling out. Yeah.
How would you know he has tamales if the bag doesn't say tamales?
Wait, but can we at
least...
It's
like banks when they have the bag with the dollar sign on it.
Wait, but can we at least just like... Can we even... Like, I know that we're like focusing on Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern, and this whole thing here, but just the idea that they're like, okay, well, we're going to do Hispanic Heritage Month covers. Right. And every one of these joints features food.
Well, here's the thing. Like, that wasn't even an issue when this story broke. Like, that's a whole other thing that came out because of it. But it's basically that's what it turned into. And it's like they're what they boil for Hispanic culture is food. Like, that's all it's. And, for me, when it was just this, not the other stuff, like, this is the one they chose. And they showed the other stuff. They showed other stuff without food when they previewed that one, and this was the one with the tamales. So it was like, what the fuck? Like, I get it with the flag. Like, you don't want to seem unpatriotic to America because, we're in America.
But it's that's not... What's unpatriotic
that
about?
Wasn't the issue.
Yeah,
I'm saying
that it was legal issue.
Well, they say the legal issue, but the legal issue isn't the flag colors; it's the actual picture, supposedly.
Right.
Oh,
so, but like, again, yeah, it's still it's Italy or Ireland at this point. Wait, but that's a whole look. My point is that they glossed over everything and then just give them tamales. Like, that's their solution to make a Hispanic heritage cover. And it's like, and I have a bunch of fucking Hispanic clients that called for Zack Snyder cut, love DC movies above Marvel. And it's like, dude, like, this is what they think of you. Like, the definition of prejudice is siphoning down, distilling down a culture to just a bare thing, and they did that with their cover. Like, that's what they think of you. Next time you're clamoring for the Flash movie to finally come out or the Aquaman movie, think of this shit. Like, this is what they think of you. And when it's Hispanic heritage, it doesn't even in America. It doesn't even mean Mexican. Like,
it's all of you all rolled into one, right? Which is some bull.
What Captain says is Hispanic heritage. Hispania doesn't just encompass Mexico, but I appreciate the outright racism.
It's not just Mexico though. Like the hot girl one, she's at a fried banana thing, and that's it's like Cuba and some other southern Southern American countries.
Look,
Central American
look
countries.
for Chinese New Year, they made a comic book line of the Monkey Prince. You know, they didn't make Captain Egg Roll.
Right.
You know,
But-
like but for Hispanics in America, they feel they can do this across the line of covers.
And here's the thing.
Egg rolls sound awesome.
No,
Yeah, the Jack
but
in the
not
Box egg
as
rolls
a
are
comic
surprising.
cover.
That was a comic, but to eat right now?
No, but the point is,
That's
they
drunk.
gave him space burritos.
I know.
Or tamales. Not that makes it better. But either way.
I do like burritos better than tamales.
No, but culturally, it doesn't make it better.
Culturally, he likes those better too.
Culturally, burritos are American.
Here's what I can say is if they really wanted to honor Latin American countries, you could totally
do like corn wrapped in foil.
No.
What?
The thing is,
Well,
they're not trying to honor that. This is where the bullshit is, Larry. This is what gets me so fucking heated up.
That's what I'm saying.
They're honoring Hispanic heritage in America. They have El Diablo. They have Blue Beetle. Like they have characters that are Hispanic characters that are American. You don't need fucking tamales on your fucking cover.
But those characters get, well, not El Diablo, but Blue Beetle gets featured, but he gets featured with some sort of food, which is some bull, because it's like, dude, it's like, don't get me wrong, we all love Latin American cuisine.
You know, Kyle Rayner's Mexican too, right?
Yeah, he is. That's why he's featured.
No, but first of all, listen, y'all are missing the point that I'm trying to make because you're not listening. What I'm saying is, Kyle Rayner, I understand now that he is or has Mexican heritage.
I always thought he was white, but I just found
and
out.
actually, when I saw this picture, I thought it was an Irish flag because he's also half Irish.
Well, but this is the whole point I'm making, where it's like,
wait, Irish and Mexican?
Yeah.
Dope as shit.
Yeah, he's ever drunk.
But what I'm saying is, this is the point I'm making, where it's like, nobody looks at Kyle Rayner and is like, oh, that's a Latino hero. And that's by design. It's like, yeah, they mess around and like gave him a Mexican heritage in whatever that one book is. But if you do it in the one book and then you don't talk about it ever again, why would anybody be like, oh, well, that's a Latino hero? You know,
is Rayner like a Latin name?
No.
Or Hispanic name?
No,
because the dad was left before he was born.
Neither is Kyle. Neither is Kyle.
Right. But his mom is Mexican, right?
No, his mom's Irish. His dad is Mexican, and he left.
Wait. Oh, so his mom's name is Rayner?
Right. So his heritage is that he's from a broken home, typical.
What? And hey, listen, it happens. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's good for an artist.
What?
Artists love coming from broken homes.
Yeah.
Artists and comedians.
Yeah.
Listen, what I'm saying to you is this, is if they really wanted to feature Latin American people for Hispanic Heritage Month, you could do a cover for every Latin American country and figure out which, you know, I mean, I don't know how.
Heck says, where's the Vibe cover? And he's got a point.
Okay. I mean, listen, what I'm saying, I have nothing to die. What? Am I even drunk?
You do.
I'm literally talking about making probably 30 plus covers, which one of them will probably feature Vibe, because you know you're doing a cover for every country, and it's like, dude, and do it on whatever is like the distinct feature for that country, not just food. And I feel like it's like very demeaning, like to mess around and have hot girls serving up tacos or whatever.
Dude, is Hot Girl Mexican?
No.
Right.
She's Latin American, but not Mexican.
Oh, she's Latin. You know, that's right. She's like got the Aztec in her.
But what I'm saying is they made her like a waitress.
She would never serve people. She's too angry.
I don't think you're helping.
She's Latin American. She's an angry woman.
No. No.
She's an angry Latin American woman.
I don't agree with that 100%.
So you think she's nice? You think she's pleasant?
I think hot girl can be nice. And I think she can be angry because she's a person.
She swings that metal mace at the drop of a hat.
Listen, like you understand that there's like different versions of hot girl. Like, you know, they're not all angry.
I'm only familiar with the angry ones.
Well, okay, and that might be a motif, but keeping in mind there's like two different ones. And
was there one in Brave and the Bold that I don't know about?
I don't know.
That wasn't angry. Like, where are the non-angry ones?
What does Hex say?
Hex says, "Do you guys remember when DC Lucha Heroes were a planned toy line and it disappeared?"
I do remember that.
Dude, I don't remember that, but
I don't know,
man.
I don't know if
to
you guys
see Superman as a luchador, I would not pay to see that.
I don't know
like,
if you guys.
I would watch it. I would look at it for free, but
what are you saying, Oz?
I don't know if you guys mentioned it or not, but because I'm looking at the 4 covers that were tweeted.
Share them. If you can.
Oh, I have one of the tweeted ones.
Can you guys even identify the food that they're eating?
It depends.
Like, I don't know what Jessica Cruz is eating. Maybe a burrito. I think Blue Beetle might be eating tacos, but they're kind of weird shaped and there's lettuce in them.
I don't think that's real, Jay.
I know. I just thought it was funny. This is from Jules Rivera.
Oh yeah, I love her.
Yeah, she's amazing, awesome woman.
I love talking.
Hilarious, you can
like
see.
This. Yeah.
This. Yeah.
Like, I should have hired her to do mine. Because I do have, like, you know, luckily I have people that work at DC and they actually showed me what they're planning to do for Black History Month. I'll share that with you right now.
If he's got pork rinds,
please don't.
If he's got pork rinds, we
might
have to stop.
No, they're not thinking about food.
If you got some barbecue. I'm so offended right now. It's hilarious.
Okay.
Oh my god!
I literally told this fool delete this picture, and he don't listen.
You know, if you tell him to delete it, it's just encouraging him to do it.
Well, he tells me I'm on the right path.
Mo's a contrarian. Like, if you want him to do something, you have to
it's not even it's not a contrarian issue. Like, to me,
like, Mo, put this on our Instagram.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I want to do it first.
Because I told him to.
No, it's not true.
No, I was planning on doing it. I just wanted to do it here first.
But now he's not, because I told him to do it.
The thing is, look,
such a bad look. Like delete it.
Is that Zatara? What? Is that supposed to be Zatara?
Can we should just end the show. Like, we should go. Like, oh, Jesus. We don't. We're done.
No. We're at 1:53. We've got 7 minutes.
It's 8:35.
Yeah, because you couldn't finish your sandwich.
What sandwich? Did you just make up a whole sandwich?
That's a reference from Scott's tweet earlier, from his message earlier.
Did you say something about a sandwich?
Yeah, he said, "I hope you aren't waiting for Lawrence to finish his sandwich."
Oh, because I made lunch. I didn't eat a
memory sucks.
Well, listen,
I remember it happened 2 hours ago.
But that's the thing. Here's
I have a better memory than you.
If they would have had a dude with watermelon,
my memory better than your memory.
If they would have had a dude with watermelon for Black History Month, or chitlins, or whatever, you know, like
fried chicken, whatever,
it'd be a whole fucking problem.
Yeah.
But for Hispanics,
it could have been like oxtail, and it still would have been a problem.
Cyborg with the fried chicken.
Why do you find that so funny?
Because it's so wrong. That's just, oh my god, it's so wrong that it's hilarious.
And that look,
Cyborg with a bucket of fried chicken.
I feel like the only thing that would make that funny is if it was like the robot chicken fried. That way I made it funny because it's like a cyborg chicken. Cyborg eating a cyborg chicken.
Yeah, that Larry, you
ruined it.
Yeah.
Larry killed it.
Look, good. Look, it deserves to die.
That's why you get the heart ring.
Bring it back. Mr. Terrific and pork rinds.
I don't feel like that's
It is
offensive.
And that's the thing. Look, if it would have happened during Chinese Heritage Month or Black History Month, it'd be a whole fucking problem. It'd be on the news. It'd be all this shit. But for Hispanics, nobody gives a shit. And it's just as offensive. And then you got fucking Jorge Molina fucking posting the picture. Oh, guess what's gonna be the real cover?
Right.
And it's like, sorry for the confusion. And
it's BS.
It's like, why does that tamale cover exist?
Yeah.
You know,
well, that wasn't him, right? Jorge Molina's.
No, it's his art that they painted over supposedly for some legal issue, but all of a sudden the legal issue was fixed within 24 hours, and they couldn't do it 3 months ahead of time.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's ridiculous, and it's angering me, and it's what pisses me off about bullshit about this. Look, I don't want comics celebrating Hispanic heritage. I don't give a fuck about Hispanic heritage. I'm the Hispanic heritage. Listen to me if you want Hispanic heritage in comics. All right? Don't buy a fucking cover with fucking tamales on it. That's fucking pandering and it's bullshit.
Well, that I agree with.
Yeah. Like, you are Hispanic heritage, but
right. That's what
you're kind of a downer sometimes. Like,
yeah,
you did the whole thing with Namor. It's like,
yeah,
just let him be Aztec.
No, he is Aztec. He's Aztec.
Why can't he be Atlantean? That's what I want.
I'm okay with him being Aztec.
I think they're trying to make sure to not associate him with Atlantis because they don't want brand confusion with Aquaman.
Because they think we're stupid. Gotcha.
Well, you're right, which is a bad reason to do it. I agree 100%. I feel like, everybody knows Atlantis is like a myth, so everybody can mess. Like,
every time you agree,
DC can have a Thor if they wanted to.
Question my decision.
Don't they?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, Jay. When you say me being Hispanic and being a downer, that's what being Hispanic is. It's a fucking downer.
No, I know.
I enjoy it,
and I love you for it.
How do you know?
How do I know being Hispanic is a downer? Yeah. I've been around so many Hispanics, and they're all miserable.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
Happy.
Why don't I count? Like I'm like,
I never think of you as Hispanic. Like, you always have to remind me. I always think of you as Black.
I'm both.
It's because you're like always talking about Black issues, but you never talk about Hispanic issues.
Yeah,
it would help if you spoke Spanish.
I don't think that's true.
You're like Black Lives Matter on your Facebook, but then when it's like Hispanic Heritage Month, like nothing, like not a taco, not a tamale, not.
You didn't see that picture of me with a taco bowl like President Trump? I was like, hey, my Latin brothers and sisters. No, look. I mean, listen. Like, obviously, I have a foot in both worlds, but I do also feel like it's like, dude, like there is.
I know you feel Hispanic, but you look Black.
No, I know what I look like, and trust me, like that's why I have a Black Lives Matter banner. No, nobody's out here messing around and like stopping me because I'm Latino.
Hispanics think that too about Larry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, I don't get any Latin cred. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't help that I come from an English-speaking Latin American country.
Oh yeah,
it's like
Lawrence was Hispanic until I met his mom. Right?
What'd you say?
I didn't know you were Hispanic till I met your mom, and she's like, talking proper and like,
I Oz brought up another good point, which kind of feeds into my anger with this shit. Is that he's Hispanic and he's not a downer. He's having a good time with it, and that's part of it. It's like we are a complex subculture within the American culture that is not just tacos and empanadas and fucking carnitas. Right. It's not that like that it's complex. It shouldn't be boiled down to just fucking tamales.
Hey, 100%.
I will say you guys make awesome bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Yeah,
like,
we invented
you guys
that.
are amazing at
That has
that.
nothing to do
Dude,
with
I tell people, anybody here that goes to LA,
It's always
fucking
Latin
wait
people
till
that
10 p.m. Get them hot dogs.
They invented it. Like, we invented it rather. But but yeah, we invented it.
What are
like,
two things that these white folk like? Hot dogs and bacon.
Right.
Bam.
It's like
y'all charge way too much for them.
Latin people can make any cuisine.
Look, when you're that drunk, you'll pay it.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
Can they?
Yeah.
100%. Here's the thing: people don't associate. They don't associate this with Hispanic heritage. The Caesar salad is Hispanic heritage. That shit ain't Italian.
I thought it was Greek.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It was created.
A guy named Caesar.
A guy named Caesar from Tijuana in one of the big hotels when white people go there a lot created the Caesar salad.
And by the way, the Caesar salad dressing that you see is not supposed to be white. It's supposed to be yellow.
Yeah,
so you're not even eating a real Caesar salad.
Right, you're getting the white version.
Heck says then we make them spicy so white people can't eat it.
And then they make TikTok videos.
I can't eat it either. I'm terrible with spicy.
All right.
Nope. We have more news.
What we do? What?
Oh shit! Someone's taking control.
What?
Somebody's show bending.
He literally just slapped Larry. Like, nope.
What?
It's like normally I'm the one that wants to end on time.
Jay.
And now you guys are like,
all you're doing is talking. Tell us the news.
Right now he's like, you see this? You see how hard I am? And
tell us the news, Jay. What's the news?
September 3rd, National Movie Day. You can see any show, any format for $3.
At any theater?
Yeah.
Any AMC or any
theaters are going to have extra for unlimited. If you have the Regal membership, they'll actually do $3 popcorns and sodas. But yeah, all theaters, all shows, all formats. You can go see an IMAX movie. You can go see Breaking for $3. So I wouldn't recommend it because all the blacks are going to be there because it's cheap. They're going to be there.
Hey! What's the date?
September 3rd.
Okay.
Third $3 movies. That's happening. Also in news, starting tomorrow.
Check.
What the fuck? What?
All of a sudden, he's Anderson Cooper.
Look.
No.
Stop. I need to say this. When I am trying to start the show on time, you are trying to get it to go over.
I'm not trying.
No. Yes, you are. I tried to stop the show one time, and you went out of your way to ask Mo to say something that would make the show end not on time. You went out of your way. I said we should end now and do final thoughts, and you went out of your way. You said, Mo, does anyone have anything else? Does anyone have anything else? You said asked 4 or 5 times before Mo finally spoke up and got the show to run 8 minutes over.
So what's the news?
The news is, why the fuck are you trying to end on time on the one day when I don't have to work the next day? On the one day I can go 3-hour show when I'm not here. When I am here, oh man.
What's the news?
I love you.
Flores hates the blacks.
September 1st is the beginning of Sword Timber. Your favorite artists, unless your artists suck, are going to be drawing swords for the entire month of September. I know I'm gonna be watching Becky Cloonan.
Yeah.
She does amazing shit with her negative space. I'm gonna be watching her personally. She's a big into Sword Timber. That starts tomorrow, September 1st.
That sounds awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
And it was worth the 4 minutes over when you're trying to cut me off.
You're also forgetting, Jay, that September 3rd.
Don't look at your watch. Look at the runtime. I've said that before, that we should stop. And you're like, no, we started late, so we have to keep. You know what? I can't even with you right now.
I guess we should do some final
Next in news, Harley Quinn has been picked up for season 4 by HBO Max. They're killing all their other animated shit, but for some reason, Harley Quinn gets another season. Speaking of fucking HBO Max sucking, an opposite of that, OKKO Infinity Train soundtracks are available to purchase on services like iTunes. The soundtracks were taken out. They were taken off the services recently, but they're back on now. You can buy those despite what HBO Max is doing.
You feel good about some final thoughts?
You know what? Those news stories were my final thoughts.
But there was no music.
Well, I did it as news, so now I have to come up with the new final thought.
Okay, I'll come back to you then. All right.
I have to find the banner. Okay.
Oz, why don't you give us some final thoughts, man?
Go online, look at my package, and preview for what may be coming next week. Depending on how long it takes me to film and edit this. Yeah.
Sounds good. Moses Magnum, final thoughts.
September 3rd marks the release of Blind Guardian's new album, The God Machine, which is I think they were working on it since the beginning of the pandemic, and they've been giving you singles for like the last 2 years. It's finally coming out. I pre-ordered vinyl because the CDs were sold out and the tapes were sold out. So I'm getting vinyl with a shirt, and you might get a review of that. It's they're writing songs of like The Witcher, and there's another really good one that I thought you guys might like too, but I can't think of it right now. I forget what it's about. I think it might be about I don't know. Yeah, you'll hear the album at some point.
All right. Jay, final thoughts?
September 4th, the new season of Rick and Morty premieres. Also, if you're a fan of the game Wild Arms, which I 100% am, or a fan of the game Shadow Hearts, which, again, amazing game. The creators of those two games have a Kickstarter going on right now. They've got 2 games, both spiritual successors of those 2 games. The Kickstarter is on live now. They'll be live for the next, I believe, 30 days. One of the prizes offered is a vinyl soundtrack, which just sounds like it's going to be amazing. Just having a soundtrack on vinyl just sounds like boss's shit. Plenty of the normal standard prizes, shirts. They've got a couple of tiers where you can voice characters, name streets, name NPCs. If you want to do that, I think you should do the voice. You need to expand your voice acting horizons.
Thank you, friend.
But it's like a couple $100 to do it. So
pay to play.
it'll be good for your reel.
I hear that.
So yeah, if you're a fan of those games, they've got 2 games coming out. The Kickstarter is live now. Check it out if you're interested.
Jay, I do have a question about your final thought. Sorry, I don't want to take it too long, but is it a spiritual successor to Wild Arms or the other one?
Both. There are 2 games.
But they both have the gun and Western motif?
No. Shadow Hearts didn't have that motif. That was more gothic.
Okay.
The big thing about Shadow Hearts was the Wheel of Fate. They had a wheel. It was a turn-based RPG.
Yeah.
But they had a wheel that determines how effective your hit was.
Mm-hmm.
And Wild Arms was the Western motif, which was a sci-fi Western.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I played the shit out of that game. I played through that complete game at least 4 times, and that's
4 was the more wild, like sci-fi Western one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And people have been looking for a sequel to Wild Arms forever.
Yeah. I mean, I played.
I mean, none of the sequels, like Wild Arms 3 was good, better than 2, but it was not as good as Wild Arms.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm getting a spiritual sequel, am I going to get the Gothic motif or the Western motif, or a Western Gothic motif? Because then I'm really in.
It depends on the game. Like the Wild Arms is going to be the Wild Arms, because there are 2 games. One is the spiritual successor to Wild Arms. One is the spiritual successor to Shadow Hearts. There's like 2 different games.
Kickstarter. I'm sorry, 2.
No, it's 2 games combined into one Kickstarter.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which it's a little fucked up how they do the tiers, because they're like, I mean, it's good and fucked up. You can support the one you want. Like if you're only interested in Wild Arms, you can do one of their tiers. Or if you're only interested in Shadow Hearts, you could do one of their tiers. Or they have a couple of combined tiers. But it's weird. They're gonna do. It's kind of weird how they're doing it, but the thing is, one is gonna affect the other as far as stretch goals.
Okay.
So, overfunding for one will also help the other, or you can, like I said, you can actually. There are some tiers that will get you benefits for both.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Although I shouldn't be spending money on Kickstarter, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I do have another unboxing coming for something I bought on Kickstarter. Larry got to see it today. That should be up next week sometime. But yeah, all right. So yeah, like I'm down to play more Wild Arms type shit.
So, party people, for the entire Fantastic Forum, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate you. We'll be back next week. Until then, we are the Fantastic Forum. Good night.
Hex says his final thought is, I'm going to wear a DC t-shirt and carry a bag of tamales for Halloween. That is amazing, Hex. Dude, you gotta put photos of that in our Discord. And yeah, if you're not in our Discord, you might as well join. Like, the worst you're gonna get is some awesome artwork. If you like metal music, Mo is there with that. Oz hasn't posted anything in a while, but I'm sure he will continue to add to collectibles. I'm all over the place with old school music tracks and random artwork I find. I don't think Larry has done anything on our Discord except maybe respond to 1 or 2 things.
New show format: get Jay drunk and have him host every week.
I can't. I got my liver to work on. My liver can't take being drunk every show. But
you don't know that.
You know that doesn't mean anything anymore. That meant something when we were doing the show at your house. Like that means
still my house.
Is it them? Or is it you?
Okay.